Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is G. Cole, and welcome to Homegrown, where we share with you some good music while talking to some great people. Hello world, hope you're feeling as good as I am. I want to big up all my homegrown listeners out there and welcome all the new listeners. If you haven't yet subscribed, please do so we can keep you updated when new material is available. We will be posting new episodes bi-weekly. Want to thank everyone who has been listening and sharing. Please leave us a comment. We'd love to hear from you. Please check out the website homegrownwithgcole.com to listen and for all things homegrown. The podcast is available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast. We are there. We're also very interactive. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at MyGCole. The video of this interview is also available on YouTube. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel. This is episode 156, and today's special guests are some of the cast members from the upcoming theatrical review, Sounds From Yaad. I'm talking about Mr. O'Maro Mazlyn, Miss Joan McKenzie, and Mr. Everaldo Pukupoo Creary. Let's get in. This episode comes to you courtesy of the brand spanking new single by yours truly called Feeling the Love, featuring Ed Robinson. Yours truly, G. Cole and Ed Robinson, Feeling the Love. Available for stream, download everywhere. Also, go to bandcamp.com and buy yourself a copy. Download it. Get it for yourself, all right?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'll squeeze off one more joint for you. This is yours truly, G. Cole, getting it on the Christmas action. It's called It's Christmas. Let's go.
From me and my family to you and yours, Merry Christmas.
I hear the jingle bells, smell the pumpkin spice. It's my favorite time of year. Hear the carols play, everybody's nice. My heart is filled with cheer.
You love Christmas, Olivia? Me too.
There's joy in the world.
I love putting up them lights. Well,
It's a silent night,
I'm leaving them up till February though.
and my wife is sound asleep.
It's too much work to get them up. I ain't taking them down too quickly.
It ain't about the stocking stuffed, the cards I'll open, or the gift under the tree. What makes it special each and every year is she's here with me. How could it be at Christmas the whole world can feel?
Y'all ready for this conversation, ladies and gentlemen? Let's get in. Let's get in. Let's get in.
Christmas, all that I need is Christmas.
O'Maro, what go on fire? Or you stay? Or you stay? Or you stay?
Well, we're there now, brethren. They are all it, you know.
Cool now, man. Cool now, man. Ladies and gentlemen, again, we're talking about the cast. All right, we're talking about this upcoming review, and I'm away than some of the others, but we're talking about review because sometimes people are like, "What's a review in that verse too?" You know what I mean? I play, I production, and the whole nine, and rah 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 rah. Sounds From Yaad. All right. And this one, of course, is written by that are you. Well, I'm so go on. Maybe. But ladies and gentlemen, we got this technology. We come from, I come from rehearsal and a star. So first of all, thank you so much for making the time. You know what I mean? Join us from rehearsal. Talk to me a little bit about Sounds From Yaad, because like I said, I was told that it's not a play per se. Let's not call it that. You know, sometimes an artist come out and a man say, a dance hall, and I'm going to call me dance hall, I'm going to box up my thing, You know what I mean? So what exactly is the difference with a review in adverse to your atypical play?
Okay, so great question. First and foremost, the review is basically a series of sketch, and it incorporates different elements, whether it's music, skits, and basically it's telling several stories. So, a traditional play would be telling you one story. Sounds From Yaad is taking different stories, different experiences, and kind of like doing like a smash together. We call it a smash or a mash together.
Mad.
Right? Yeah, so it's more, play, it can be funny, satire, it could be a song or a parody, but it all comes together and it could be like a review for the year, or it could be a review of a chronological time period. And that's what we're doing with Sound From Yaad. For example, we're talking about the Jamaican experience, and we're giving that to you in a review form. You know, so we're telling you, you know, whether it is an experience at home or when you're in country or you live in Kingston or the town or urban area, or from you're a child where it's nostalgic or that kind of thing. So the idea is, you know, just putting something together to make it a full, complete show.
I love it. I love it. I love it. And again, ladies and gentlemen, we're chopping up with O'Maro right about now. Get used to the names, get used to the faces, because this is going on the road. You know what I mean? We're going to be touring this. That thing y'all go across to North America, Central America. Y'all better work on your Spanish because South America wants soon too. You know what I mean? Itago vibes, Itago vibes, Itago vibes. Now, the whole concept came about from the pen, from my understanding, from the pen and I guess the mind of one social media, you know, big guy called Raul, right? Yeah. Am I correct? I got it right?
You are absolutely correct. The play was written, the review was written by Raul Blaze himself. Mm-hmm. You know, Raul Blaze Davis, the tallest one amongst us. When you start beside Raul, you know that, you're amongst giants and a really talented, writer. And of course, you've seen his sketches and his skits and his performances on social media. Mm-hmm. And he's transcended that. He has taken some of his work and some of his sketches, and he has evolved that into something that we can consume as a review, as a play. And so what it is really is what we call the convergence. And Raul epitomizes that in terms of what he's doing, because he's been on the social media and he's a social media star. Mm-hmm. And he has he's written this to bring to us something that I'd say is very different, because he's taken social media sketches and he has made it into a play, bringing that together to make it be a complete convergence. And then, we have been able to bring on other members, some of them like Sharon Farrell, is a movie star and also has a deep history in terms of theater and, film. And of course, she's known because she's the co-producer as well for this project from Yard Bridge Entertainment, a big mover and shaker in the local industry. Mm-hmm. But she's phenomenally talented as an actress, so she's one of the persons that has brought this together. And we have Everaldo Creary, Apuku himself, right? Yeah, man, crazy. He recently starred in the Bob Marley movie as Lee Scratch Perry, so it's big deal. And then you have, of course, Kadeem Wilson, again, another popular name in terms of the theater scene as well as a movie star, of course, been a part of several Jamaican projects and international projects as well. And then, of course, we have Joan McKenzie, who she is not just a social media rising star, she's also a trained actress and has an immense experience. And then they are all led by the iconic Blacker Ellis himself. Bang, 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 bang. Yeah, so Raul, legend. So Raul really penned this thing, and then we were able to bring together this kind of star power because it was really well done. And of course, Blacker, of course, brought his own 2 cents to it and kind of bolster it with some more of his his gene as well in terms of the writing. So it's been a very interesting and I would say a dynamic experience. And it started from the pen of the tallest one amongst us, the blazing one amongst us himself. We have to now officially call him Mr. Raul Blaze Davis.
Can't say Raul no more.
Well, you can't say Raul Blaze no more.
In boss.
More than boss. That's another level. Almost classic. No, you can't say supernova now. Cool now. You mentioned, we talk a little bit about Raul and what he's done on social media and now transitioning that to the stage. I don't know if people realize how profound that is, because we've seen people even in the mainstream space of American comedy and stuff like that, making 30 and 60-second sketches and funny bits and funny pieces and stuff like that for social media is one thing.
but being able to curate something for a stage, and you're saying a review, so it's multifaceted. It's not just going down one direction, like I said, from the musicality of it to telling different stories, from satire to straight up comedy to, I'm sure, evoking emotion where and when necessary. You know what I mean? That in itself is a profound thing for somebody who we don't necessarily know as writer, director, producer of theater, right? So that in itself is something I got to give the man props for. Right now, let's get into your background a little bit, because the others are going to join us and we're going to make them do them thing. Right about now, you are the star. So talk to me a little bit about your background and how we got from young O'Maro to, I'm gonna say, superstar, almost Denzel Washington-esque O'Maro on the stage right about now. Talk to me. No pressure.
No, man. Whoa. Well, okay. Well, I mean, I guess what you could say is that everybody at a point in their life when they knew that they were going to be a part of art. I got the bug. The bug bit me in grade 3. Right?
Long time.
We're going, because this is we're going way back. But for me, the bug bit me at grade 3 when I was introduced to my first Louise Bennett poem. Mm-hmm. No surprise there, right? Because Louise Bennett, the Dr. the Honorable Louise Bennett Cloverley, MBEOMOD.
And counting.
You know what I mean? You can understand that. So, I mean, and then it was just such an interesting and liberating experience. Like, I was like, yo, that feel good. You know what I mean? And you go on stage and you realize you work hard because, I mean, you know, it's excellence means work hard, and you go and you perform. And it was like well received, and you're like, oh my God. And then, you know, it was a group piece, and then I started to do it as a solo piece, and everywhere I go, and people's like, oh my God, it was good. And so, you know, it transcended from there to Kingston College, of course. Right. You know, the brave hall, but to never yield, and be a part of that drama club thing, where I was a part of what you call an all-star cast ensemble. Yeah. So, you know, I wonder if you know a group called Nomads.
Yeah, man. Right? Yeah. Speaking of nomads.
Yes. Yeah. I had the privilege of working with Evie and other guys from Nomads when I was going to AC. At that time, we were winning a bag of awards, so the pedigree and stuff was up and running, right? And moved from there to Edna College, and there was just no turning back, going into different spaces and places, winning a bag of awards, and starting a company called Bekele Studios, which is coming on board as a partner for this particular project. And I'm summarizing it because every day, and you know what I mean?
That's cool. That's cool. Don't be humble. Welcome. Apocalypse said.
Straight.
Bless the love. Ones and ones. So go on.
Boy, it's a joy. We got Joan on too. I know, so you guys leaving rehearsals and stuff like that. So I don't know if you're on the jet right now or in the limo or whatever, but I just want to thank y'all so much for joining us. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. We appreciate it. You know.
Pleasure.
Yeah, man.
With us, I get a little bit of the briefing from O'Maro right about now, and you know, he was telling me.
So you're not talking about the nomads, O'Maro.
Brother, Jaja, talk to me, because you are one of the familiar faces. You know, I tell people this all the time. For those people who are creatives and who've been in the creative space, we've done music and we have the complement of the band behind us. But when it's time to take that stage, the band is oftentimes not there. Ain't no drum rolls. You can't pull a sizzle and dip and jump me. I want to. You know what I mean? When you jump and I really do nothing. You can't do none of that. You've got to deliver and make your connections. All right. But before we get into that, tell the people, the 3 people under that rock who don't know who you are, just introduce yourself. I tried them, you know. There was 4, but the other one read your bio. So for the 3 people under the rock, introduce yourself to me.
Greetings, you know. I am Everaldo Creary by government name, you know. Pukupoo by stage name, you know. Yeah, Pukupoo. Yes, the inventor of the sound. Just I humble you to just want express him the best him can, put him best foot forward in the creative side of life. Been doing it for the last 2 decades, from days KC with O'Maro Mazlyn all the way to now, So it's a joy to be at this stage with so much experience and can use it forward for make every unit when we get involved in, as a vibe, So we give thanks. And that sounds from Yaad,
I love it. I love it. I remember the first time I was introduced to you was with Nomads, seeing the work that you're putting on and traveling and just sharing it. I used to read a whole bunch of articles too, because a lot of times I keep up with things through the reviews and, by other journalists. Because I'm not always there, and we get bits and clips and whatever from YouTube and whatnot. But it's always dope to read people's reviews, especially when they're not one of us. Our people see things through one lens, but when we go out on the world stage, we have to be vulnerable and give it to some people who aren't necessarily from our culture and can dive into everything that we say, do, or try to convey. But we do anyway. So talk to me a little bit right about now transitioning from from KC to Nomads. And by the way, it's a little KC thing. Me know some message box I got full up now. Me don't know if I feel like a one bat signal that goes out and every KC person, once one purple brother show up, is just and everybody come and it's a bag of things. But talk to me a little bit about that transition from KC to Nomads to now.
Well, as Amara said, we used to just win a bag of medals in the JCDC.
Don't be so
Jamaica, the Jamaica Cultural Development Commission, which is a speech and drama competition. Mm-hmm. It also have a culinary side to it and literary arts. So it's one of the programs in Jamaica that really preserve the culture with the youth. So
love it.
I was introduced to it and I fell in love with it from high school days. Then after doing it individually, they invented this category called dub poetry ensemble, which is like a ensemble, which is like a speech choir, but dub poetry version. And then that's when the Nomads was found. And it transitioned from just being the culture boys to mainstream. I try UTech, for 2 years, number 2 work. Yeah, so we have to leave that because we get opportunities and we just feel that we couldn't pass it.
Right.
But it was always a passion, So as I learned the craft, I was just more enthused to learn more and more. So I always find myself at certain institutions, not enrolled or paying the school fee, but always on campus.
I am
always there, exit performing arts. Kenny Salmon, one of my mentors.
Cool,
and then the thing is, going mainstream now, it was more theater. Yeah, so I was doing theater and the Nomads at the same time, but a lot of theater in those times because in those times it was before social media did have this kind of definition. It was before Instagram, before Facebook. We're talking about times like i5 and MySpace.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was the theater was the thing, and to get your face out, you always dream for being on one big production.
Right.
I got into one in 2005. Then time they called Jamaica Torati, my first review, which is like Sounds From Yaad. Sounds From Yaad is a review too. So over the years, I would say I've done a lot of review style plays, which is different from a straight drama with one consistent storyline. It's like a collage of movements and skits, and it's a satire, poking fun at the ills of society, but also the things that define us, So so doing that, and them time they have to do bag of laughing, comedy. Jamaica love the comedy thing. So as an actor, you always want the opportunity to stretch your range. So you say, drama, but then again you want to make some money too, so you have to go with the flow, sometimes.
Right.
And then I got the opportunity for Better Must Come in 2006, 7 when Storm Salter came to watch a play, the same Jamaica to Rotterdam. He was like, yo, may I shoot a movie I'm going tonight, you know?
Right.
I was like, yeah, man, what you mean, man? I'm have enough more actor can forward to. I'm bring, open up. It was a vibe because Storm just come from country and them time that the film industry, they kind of just have this little lull between, it kind of feel like it was stuck at Chris Brownie. If you remember that director name, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so with One Eye God and so then and all them classic there, and then it we break the lull with Better Must Come in a sense, which was shot in 2006 and 7 and released 2010, and that was kind of the break for me personally. I would say it was the break,
right?
Yeah, because up to this day, a lot of people think we do a whole heap of film and thing. It's really just a handful.
Right.
The difference is that it's impactful to the culture,
right.
which is what I would say I love to stay close to things that impact the culture, whether it's preserving it like an avant-garde or just trying to evolve it in the right direction, or make the elders them feel like we're responsible with the legacy them leave on.
I love that.
So that sounds From Yaad in a nutshell too, because that's what the whole energy behind Sounds From Yaad is that, and bringing this nostalgic art form, not just to the local people but to the diaspora. So I'm grateful to be a part of it.
I love it. I love it. You mentioned just now too, and you are absolutely correct in terms of people would think that your filmography is a lot deeper and broader than it really is. But it is, and I remember listening to Marlon Brando speak when he said a lot of times people have an aura, people have a presence, and they leave that presence so affixed in your mind that you think you see them everywhere and you think you've seen them more than you have. And if it's even a small line, they take that one line and they make it into a scene. And I feel that way even when I see in like a video, not just film or whatever the case may be, but even like a music video appearance or whatever, it almost would come across as you are the artist. And sometimes we have to realize that I don't really film tunes still now. Yeah, you understand?
That's why I stop getting them.
You are fired. If them say no, you're not going to steal the thing. Oh gosh, ladies and gentlemen, the cast. So it's From Yaad. Joan, go on. I know you. How are you? Let me see your thing muted and you can't hear me.
Yes, I'm hearing you.
How are you, my dear? How you doing?
I am fine.
Cool, no man. And we met the rounds, we have the fellas here, and of course we have the lovely lady coming in. First of all, thank you so much for taking the time to bless us with your presence. And as we're going to get into Sounds From Yaad, but I just wanted to take the opportunity to have each person kind of just introduce himself to the masses. And I've heard your name, haven't had the pleasure yet of seeing you on stage. I know after this, introduction at the Pegasus, you're gonna be across the globe. I just hope I'll be able to afford the tickets when you get into town, because by the time you reach us, so the thing I go up. You know what I mean? So you don't know things at the party. So I'm gonna have you introduce yourself to the masses and just the beginnings, and you know what I mean, take us to from then till Sounds From Yaad.
I'm a young thespian. I'm from Clarendon. I am a drama teacher. I own my own production company. So basically, I started my own production company a couple of years back. And people start to me and call me. If you want to know from them time, right? From a little bit and so.
How we got here? Yeah, where the bug? I know where the bug got Everaldo. I know it get O'Maro. Where did the bug get you?
The bug. All right. So as I said before, I grew up in Clarendon. I'm an only child, so I always talk to myself. I did not know it was a talent. I was always going out. I'm always a mock people, and so my storytelling developed from there. I come home and I always have a story to tell mommy. always have a story. But the thing is, I did not tell her. I would reenact it. I would say, "Mommy, you know, some Mr. Old man, and you want to know, say, I saw she go, hey, honey, who want to say, you know." So I would have give her an entire production whenever I went out. And so it started from there, but the thing is, I did not know it was a career, you know. Me just, you know. So I was thinking about becoming a teacher, even though I'm one. But you know, I was thinking about the traditional careers, you know, becoming a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer. One time, I want to become an optician. Um,
We could use some more of
and so
those.
and so that was like primary school. When I reached in grade 6, now we were preparing for a GSAT and we were studying, but the teacher at the time, she used drama to help us to study. So you know, she gave us a scenario, and I said, "No man, what this me like this, you know." And I was made that shot in a grade 6 when it come on to the part there. I said, "Me like this, but I don't know. Oh wow, what is this?" But I was drawing. I was doing visual art, so I liked visual. So I wanted to become an optician, right? And then me start draw. I say, how are this? How are this? You know, how are this? And then mommy was so interested in everything that I did, and I thought my teacher told her that she can't go in the morning, go do visual artist, go do visual art because everything I draw, she draw. She did in a science class, she had draw the eye, she had draw the foot, she had draw everything. And so I was like, okay, I'm gonna go to Edinburgh College and I'm going to do visual arts. And then now I realized I'm like drama. I say, all right, I'm gonna do one bag of things now. I'm gonna be an optician, I'm gonna be a visual artist, and no, I don't know what I can get from drama, but let us see. I graduated from primary school and I went on to Eden Allen High School, and the first thing I did was to join the drama club.
Wow.
And for like, and so I decided from grade 7 that this is what I wanted. I wanted to do drama because the drama club was so active at Ednalin. I was a part of everything, even though I was shy. I'm still shy, but it's so
You're
weird.
right.
I
Lies.
I am shy. I am shy.
More lies.
But I was a part of most things. The drama club. If I do maths, if I do English, I act me and act it.
Wow.
Me act it. I'm not acting it. I'm acting it.
Me-
Right.
I'm an actor. I'm an act.
All right. Right. So it was there, and then in grade 10, I wrote my first production. We were supposed to go on a trip, and I was always a leader. Me just enough. I just want to do things. I just want to manage things. We were supposed to go on a Spanish trip, and nobody never have the money. And I said, but we can do some fundraising, man. But the first thing come to people mind when you talk about fundraising is party. Come put on one
Yeah.
little party. I say, no man, we can do something atta. Me always watch some play. Me always watch Titus. Me always watch Daily Arts. I always watch Oliver. Me have one idea. Me go write one play, and we go come and we go practice it. And so I told my Spanish teacher, and she was so excited. And I wrote the play. I called my little friend group, and we said, all right, we are come Saturday time, and we go rehearse. And we did it. It was so, the grade 10 level.
Right.
It was really good. And from this one, I said, all right, this moment. And then I heard about Delia Harris production. I said, but if Delia Harris can name our production, Delia Harris production, that means that we can have Joan McKenzie production. And so, I was a church girl as well, and I started a whole thing. I started doing productions at church. I started doing productions at the community center, and then mommy said, all right, just go along at Edna and done because that's your one. And so I went to Edna College. I have my degree,
Wow.
After
Congrats.
That is it.
thank you. After the degree, during Edna, I started my own production company, and I was doing my own productions. Me doing like a movie.
A
Um,
little movie.
yeah, so,
Yeah, me know she can't look a movie I'm in there. Right.
me do one big movie starring Everaldo Creary.
Cool, no man. Keeping it real. Keeping it
Right.
real.
Right. So I mean, since then, I think persons have been seeing my work, and so me just start get called, and I'm here now.
I love that.
So it's a calling, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah,
You answered the calling. You know, it's
absolutely.
I love catching the backstories for folks because most creatives can tell us at some point them either did somebody told them they chat too much in a class, then too idle in a class, then get too much trouble, then too this and too that. But as I look back now, I'm saying to myself, if I was an educator, and I saw that in a child, I'd probably be able to identify, say, there's something special about that child. But trust me, even then, when them that tell me something chat too much, I'm gonna get too much trouble. They were right. You know what I mean? So they did have a point. One thing I'll say is this: when it comes to the arts and theater, we always, we don't oftentimes do many reviews. It's a play, and again, there's a script and it comes around, and we talk about this generation and them attention span, and if it's an hour or stuff like that, they might get misled. Them gone over here, so I'm gone over here. So, does that play a part in you doing a review? Is there anything in terms of the creator and the curator saying, you know what, with a review, there's no opportunity for anything to become monotonous, mundane. You get stuck in one thing. As soon as you get comfortably there or feel like you're there, so then it switches and we're gone somewhere else. Is that the purpose of a review in adverse to a play, Omar?
Well, yeah, that's one of the reasons for, I think, a review. It's mostly just, again, the idea is to take you through a period of time or through different areas of a particular theme and so on. So the idea is, all right, we're going to look at it from upside down or roundabout or chronologically, right? So a review it keeps on moving, it keeps on pulsing, it keeps on taking you through different areas, arenas, and angles of a particular thing. In this case, and in Jamaican review style, it's usually done in comedy because it's fast-paced, it's interesting, and also it makes you laugh at yourself. It's therapeutic and that kind of thing. So that's the idea. It's not heavy. It's usually not heavy. It does take you through different emotions, but more positive ones like nostalgia, and it allows you to reminisce and also poke fun of things that in an unfamiliar, interesting way. So that's particularly, I think, the kind of stories that the review gives you an opportunity to do. It tells several stories in unique ways, and I think our director has been very, very good at finding ways to just make sure that story come out, or these stories come out, and we talk about Jamaica in an exciting way.
I love that. I love that. And again, we're talking about legends here. We come through, and you guys are coming up, young people in your own right. A lot of time, people got to go through 10, 15 of them films and plays and so forth before they land in and around that director with legendary cachet. You know what I mean? With them kind of vibes there. You guys are pretty young in the game, and you're rocking out right about now with Blacka Ellis. John, talk to me a little bit about learning from somebody like that, because oftentimes when you're with these people, and it's not just they're directing or whatever, they're there to direct and that's what they do and they're great at it, but you're also there to learn, because this production only lasts as long as it lasts, but there's some knowledge that you need to take on forever in your future, your career. Talk to me a little bit about that experience working with the legend at the helm as a director.
That's me, right?
Yep.
Well, it's not the first time working with him because he was my lecturer.
Jaja, no humility whatsoever. God, no.
He was my lecturer at Edna, but it's always fascinating, always interesting. I entered this production as like when would I say now? I feel like I'm the most mature one.
Damn.
even though I'm the youngest.
Shots fired.
Listen, Black, Mr. Ellis, but you make we call him, you make we call him Blacka. So I'm gonna say Blacka. Blacka will come with 100 stories. So if the rehearsal is supposed to be 1 hour, it'll go up to 3 because he have something for teaching, and it's as Mr. McComa and I said, Jesus Christ. No one know a rehearsal for be Jesus Christ. And a rehearsal, we're supposed to rehearse. This man never tell a story about everything. But the thing is, the stories are so important because it ease the brain, and it is always teaching you something. So
Gotcha.
it's a learning process being around him.
I love that. I love that. I say anytime you can learn from the great ones, take that opportunity. Everaldo, you know, when we talk about, I sit here a lot and I talk to, I love sitting down and learning from the legends, the OGs. I always say I could come back to the young folks later. They're going to be here. You know what I mean? But I need to learn from the legends today. So I sit down here with the likes of the Olivers and the late, great Valier Maffei Johnson and folks like Audrey Reed. OD. When I say OD, she called me up and cussed me off. So Audrey Reed, OD. We have to drop it in. And one thing I always talk to them about is the arts industry, the theater and all that stuff, and growth and sustenance, which we hear one thing and we hear the other. And in everything else, there's the ushering in, and I'm going to say usher out because they'll forever doing it, but the ushering in of the new guard and the young people coming up and stuff like that. Do you feel any form of responsibility as a young thespian coming up to make sure, say, when you hit that stage, whether it be as an actor, as a writer, producer, wherever you're doing your thing, that you're representing for your predecessors, still here, but the Olivers of the world, the Audreys of the world, you know what I mean? Do you feel any responsibility in what you do as to represent for not just you and your peers, but for them also?
Well, yeah, a resounding yes, because in my time I had the privilege of just coming up amongst these people, the Aston Cooks, you know, Trevor Rowan. I was directed by Trevor Rowan in Smile Orange on a stage play, probably the last time I'm staged it.
Wow.
You know, and yeah, and just to these people, they weren't just doing the craft for, let's say, money, or, you know, there was this scientific approach to it. It's like this researchful mind. It's like, you know, it's like science to them. They might delve deep in it, you know, the approach to was technical. So for me, I got enthused, or more, I got excited or drawn to that intellectual side to it, because like a Trevor Rowan is very academically achieved, you know. But and then he put that in I'm playwright, you know. And you know, when I had the time with him, the way that he wrote Smile Orange, it was such a perfect example for a play that is used as a textbook in universities in Africa and different places, you know. And a lot of people don't even know that in my country. So just forget close to him and know them things about him. And when he direct the pointers and the vision we have for acting, I loved it, you know. Yeah, and you know, for you mentioned Valier, you know, I did a play with Valier, and you know, Valier schooled me one time, you know. Everybody praised me, and I said, oh, I have the character, and Valier is like, yeah, nice, but you need to be serious now. And I was like, what is he talking about? Serious. Right. You know, so I put him one side and explained it to me, and it was, I always thought about that. It was an epiphany, it broke my approach to acting, like past a little glass ceiling that was there, you know, and it do a lot for me. So it's always good to go around the elders and get the nuggets, you know, in any way them can, you know. Same with Blacker Ellis, you know, as Joan said. You know, always I give the stories them, but the stories them is just get with there to the essence of it. Right. Whatever the character or the situation, you know, they might try to explain, you know. Which is what you find with people who have so much experience. And acting is, the craft of acting is really, it's built on your experience as an individual. Because remember, when just coming out as a church youth, you know, into my first main production, Jamaica Turati, my ball, cause the director cussed bad off and I couldn't get the drunk scene at all, because I was like virgin, you know, I never drink, no, you know. And even when them tell me the technical way of being drunk, you know, it still never believable. It just look technical. And the first time I get drunk too, you know, Johnny carry me go party and I get drunk, and it still never even did help in a sense.
Right.
You know, until I was in the mirror crying. I say, I get the opportunity and I need to take this car. I don't know if now I get the next one.
Right.
I mean, so I go on. And then, you know, it dawned to me that I grew up with a jumping man. You know, my granny husband was like very drunk virgin,
right.
You know. So I have it embedded in me from your pitney. So what I realized that what acting is able to do is like when you're able to use the experience from muscle memory, experience from vicarious, like learning from other people, put them together, you mold them, and you get something beautiful, you know, which is like that's an everyday thing for me, you know, in a life where I observe people, you know, those I can sympathize with, empathize with, me just engage life because I have to fill in my emotional experience so that we can draw back on them when they get various different roles and that help with your range.
Right.
So yeah, so it's like it teach me for just just every moment in life is an opportunity because you know theater is a safe space, acting is a safe space to me. You know, it's a place to express all emotions safely.
Right.
So it's not like never get angry and you know the man go take it personal.
Right. I got you. I need to be on stage.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
it's the only place to do that. So and you need to release freely or safely. But there's billions of people and everybody is an individual. So there is an individual way of expressing anger, laughter. So you can't just limit yourself. Right. So you have to engage life and be more emotionally intelligent. So that me get from the whole experience with the elders and the journey.
I love it. We're talking about Sounds from Yaad. And ladies and gentlemen, if you're just joining Radio Land or those people watching live on Jamaicans.com, the Homegrown G-Call platform, thank you all for the vibe. We got a cast here, some members of the cast. Sounds from Yaad is going to be, December 29th, right?
Yeah.
And it's at Jamaica Pegasus.
Two shows, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m.
4 p.m., 8 p.m. What's the energy? Because I've heard people who, I just asked some folks, yo, you hear about Sounds from Yaad and whatever, and they're like, yeah, it seems like there's a buzz going on. And as you try to create anything, there's two parts of it. And I know, you know, you have the marketing people and you guys are the talent, but we are in the day and age right now where you got to do it all. No different from, you know, there was a time when actors were just acting. People weren't owning production companies and them thing there, and them own a company, you know, until there were years tenured and learned that. But right about now, you know, O'Maro got his thing going on. You got your thing going on. Joan got her thing going on right about now. When it comes to this actual piece, in your humble opinion, I'm going to start with you, Joan. What's going to differentiate Sounds from Yaad from anything that preceded it in the theater space? Because and I'm harping on this thing because I think I hammer it home because I want people to pay attention to the theater space. You know what I mean? Every day we talk about sting, and it don't sting up the place, and it has stung, right? And we have rebel salute, a bag of things. When I was a kid growing up in Ocho Rios, I looked forward to them times I was going to head to enter Kingston to go to Ward Theater, like a theater, and them little thing, and take in a one play and come back home, and it was just as intriguing and interesting to me as going into the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? So, what's different? What you want the people to know so that they can left their yard and drag mama, papa, granny, everybody to come out with them to come see Sounds from Yaad? Joan.
Wow, that is such a hard question, sir.
No, it ain't.
I mean, it's unique. It have meaning.
Ja, no, you can't stop right there.
It's sounds, you know. It's yard, it's home, it's one you want to hear, it's one you want to see. It's Christmas, you need to go out with your family. Yeah. When I think every have something nice to say though.
I choose something. A poco. I choose something.
A poco. I don't know what you're talking about.
O'Maro. My fees that thing I can sell off differently now because it just again I've seen big things, man, but there's a buzz that's a little different. There's a buzz that I don't know if it's this time of year, if our Christmas and the temperature's a little lower and we all out of school, work, whatever the case may be, but something special. Talk to me.
Yeah, well, the one word, convergence. Everything that you know about theater merged with a new school, digitalized, hype, iconic, and listen, iconic director, movie stars, social media stars, theater at it's redesigned, reimagined. It's exciting. It's showing creativity and all of those kind of niceties. But then what makes it absolutely, I'd say, incredible is that it is focused on the greatest cultural empire in the world, which is 100% Jamaican. So it's nostalgic about Jamaica. It is reminiscing. It's going to remind you about some of them things that we used to do when you're a little youth. It's also going to show and highlight our legacy. Right, and then it is family friendly, so the perfect experience for Christmas. I would nearly say October, right? Sorry, December 29th. No, October is like you know what I was thinking about National Heroes Day because I feel like this is so heroic. Like no, for real, like, it is something that we're doing that's extremely special. So December 29th at Pegasus. We decided to go to the Pegasus Cinema because it's a world premiere of something that we consider to be different. We didn't want to just go to like a regular theater space. We wanted to say, listen, this is something that needs a complete premium kind of vibe. And we wanted a bigger space to ensure that we could have a lot of people come experience it because it deserves it. It's something different. It's something new. Listen, I can go on and on, You better stop me.
Well, I love to add something. Because it's like, as you talk about space, which Jamaica, the theater space in Jamaica dry up,
Yeah.
Over the years. I had the chance to perform at the Wall Theater when we were youth in high school. And that was the last time it was performable, Then I performed at the Barn Theater. The barn theater property got sold and no one could put the barn anywhere else, something as the barn theater that, Smile Orange John was the first to stage there, like how Joan of our production company and so Trevor Rowan them they come together, start them production company and have barn theater, find actors like Carl Bradshaw through that process. That dissolved. Center stage around so that dissolved,
Right.
Now we only have little theater, them can't manage the, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is, we now get the support, and it's just so the people them start support the grassroots culture and style of entertainment because it can't dead, as much as, it's facing these challenges, it's still not dead. I seen on the paper where them talk about John Cullen. Christmas was always a time where, it's festive in a John Cullen sense.
Yeah.
I doubt many of these youths know even the characters in the John Cullen.
That's true.
And John Cullen boring. It's a nice, fun thing, almost like carnival. So everybody can still go them party and thing, but come out early. And kick off the whole Christmas vibe,
right,
with a foundational style of entertainment, because it brought to this far, and Miss Lou put the pot up on the map, so I don't know.
Facts.
I don't know.
Facts. But I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm gonna tell you why I'm excited talking to you guys. I spend a lot of time, like I said, my favorite thing to do is sit down with the OGs. And I always compare it to the music side of things. I'll sit down and talk to Barris and Freddie and everybody, and like just the legacy right there. And they have a period of time where people start getting scared what the future holds. But for the past couple of years, there's been Leela, and there's been Protege, and there's been Romain, and there's been Chris Martin. And I'm just like, I ain't worried no more. You know what I mean? We're good. The future's safe and secure. From a theatrical standpoint, too. You know, I see a lot of Christopher Johnny Daly and talking with you guys right now. I'm not worried about the craft. I'm not worried about the legacy. I am concerned, however, like you are, about it being honed and promoted and supported at home. Because here's the deal. Something like Sounds From Yaad, the people, them, I go want it, you know. It's just a matter of where the spaces are. And if the space that they're Jamaica, you're going to be in Florida, you're going to be in Atlanta, you're going to be in New York, you're going to be in the UK, you're going to be wherever the case may be. And I'm very excited for that because I do, just like I want to connect with people and say, yo, it's nostalgia. We're going to tug on your memory right about it, your heartstring. We're going to show you some stuff that you grew up on. I'm just as excited for the people who know nothing about it. All they hear about it is from us on the screen. I know they're going to sit down and really live it through you. So I'm excited for them. But I'm going to say to Jamaica, the powers that be, the government, the private sector, whomever, on the need for do something because y'all are missing out, are about to miss out on something great. I see all these people right now, they're touring just like reggae artists and dancehall artists are performers. But Jamaica ain't getting it like they should get it because of the infrastructure. You know what I mean? So, I mean, John will probably buy somewhere, and Apuku, you have to buy somewhere, and then O'Maro, you have to buy somewhere. Come on, say think
For real, man.
I'm
For real.
collecting money. I'm collecting money. Hallelujah.
December 29th at the Vegas Sauce and the whole on the Dede. 2 shows, you say, right?
Yeah.
4 p.m., 8 p.m., full effect.
4 and 8.
Yeah.
And we talk about the legendary venues, right? If you are from Jamaica, or even if you're not from Jamaica, the Pegasus is a legendary spot too. You know?
Yeah.
Different vibe, energy, acoustics, decor, you know what I mean? Kind of get a little bit
Prestigious.
more prestige. Let me put on my jacket, you know what I mean? You never know my future
And my
wife might be
heels.
there. I'm on your heels and a little thing there, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You look overly tight pants and say bang bang, you know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
you're Gucci. I'm telling the ladies, your husband at the venue, you know. Fellas, your future wife, future baby mother at the venue, you know, so you need to come on. You know what I mean? Tickets, where they can get tickets?
So you can get tickets at Fontana, Barbican, and at Genius Pharmacy. Those are 2 locations. Genius Pharmacy is in Portmore. You can also get it online, soundsfromyaad.com. So you click there and just get the ticket straight.
My assumption, presumption, premonition is that for a December 29th show, this joint can probably be sold out in the next week. So I'm imploring everybody who's watching right about to get your tickets right now. Tell some people to get them thing right now because we're not going to do. I mean, know some experiences. About people go outside that text on and a call, you know. Yo, you can't get me in. You know what I mean? You know, have a 1 ticket. Yo, I poke you, have a ticket. Get on the ticket from now.
Definitely, and then there's a pre-sold price. So if you want to get advantage of take advantage of a little discount, you want to get it from now because on the day at the gate you're going to pay a little bit more. So actually 5 pre-sold and 5,000 at the gate. So yeah. So you should try to run because tickets are going and we need you, you know, trust me. So you're very, very right. You better get it.
Don't play with the thing. If you show up and the ticket too expensive for you, you have to make a decision right about now that you are your girl and she not go back home, right? So you have to go buy the ticket, get she go in, I put her in there, you never know what happen. So the thing is this, O'Maro in there, you never know what happen. Maybe she not come back. And who you blame for all them something there? You know what I mean? You have to go, are your girl say, you know what, baby, you go in there, going to join in there, you never know what happen. So you might know one. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely.
Get your tickets. Folks, we're going to start with you, O'Maro. Drop your social media because these folks, I think one important thing is this. Yes, the venues are going, but I think the first persons to know what's popping, where the new venue is, if one is coming up, is going to be you guys. So I'm going to suggest that these people follow y'all. Let me start with you, O'Maro. Tell the people on social media where they can follow you.
Sure. So you can follow me on social media at O'Maro_Bekele, right? Or if you want to follow the company, it's Bekele_Studios.
Mad.
That's it. Yeah.
You kept it simple. Kept it simple.
Very simple.
All right, John. What the people can find you?
TikTok, Instagram is JOAN_KENZIE.
Man, you know when you short the name, you know, say your boss, you know. Cause regular people just with the full name, but when they start drop off things off it, you know what I mean? Then a team called Beyonce, and we're just B. She not even go by McKenzie, and we're just Kinsey. Just up. Just up. You know what I mean? I hope we talk to the people.
It's just me. So a man like Prince, no, I does nothing with that sign.
Symbol.
Stoneless. Symbol.
And them just know say you. Them just know, oh, I am that.
Yeah.
Tell the people where they can find them, my brother.
Them levels, them want reach. Pukupoo. That's where you can find me. I am Pukupoo. I am PUKUPOO on Instagram, you know, Facebook, TikTok, but mainly Instagram, you know.
Mad. And Sounds From Yaad does have an IG page, so Massive and Crew go follow the IG page also. Is there a Facebook page?
Yeah, man. Same thing. At Facebook page, facebook.com/sounds with a S, Sounds From Yaad.
Mad.
Right? And same thing. It's also on TikTok, Sounds From Yaad _
Mad. And I'm sometimes I have a look at ego I go on, you know. So I tell people, say, Jaja, I'm always like, yo, Fort Lauderdale gonna get it first. You know what I mean? The New York people like, nah, it's us. Atlanta is like us. Well, nobody make me look bad, please. So when they not come on, when you hit the US, the North American spot, please make it be Fort Lauderdale first. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's Southern Offshore St. Andrew.
Jaja.
You know?
Facts. You are absolutely right. Pembroke Pines, St. Andrew, same thing, right? Yeah. But that's same thing. Folks, first of all, let me say on behalf of the folks watching, the folks listening, thank you all so much for joining me today. Been a pleasure, been a blast. I can't wait to see it. If I can spin some things, you know what I mean, skip out of the fam, because I ain't trying to take them all with me. You know what I mean? Sometimes, anyways, them now watching some can't say anything more. I say. But I want to forward through my come through that December come all vibe. But if not, please let me know. I'm going to keep checking in to see when y'all coming through to South Florida, because like I said, the buzz, the energy is right. The buzz, the energy is nice. And I think we want to be a part of that. So congrats in advance on the success of this review, because I know it go do what it's supposed to do. And I look forward to seeing y'all on the stages here.
Pukupoo, give thanks to Avinai.
Pleasure. O'Maro, pleasure. Joan, pleasure. Pukupoo, pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, the cast, or some of the cast from the upcoming ensemble, I mean, I say of the year. First of all, I saw you for ringing. I saw you for close out that year, by the way. You know what I mean? With something like that. So, fellas, if you don't care, your girl go here, so she feel left you. Me just put it straight about that. Bun for gay. You understand? so at that I go on. Ladies,
but them need to test our sense of humor, you know.
see that? If she can't come and laugh, you need to left her. I'm not telling a lie. I'm miserable man that crosses that. You know what I mean? So make sure you come out and see the play, because everybody in the office by the water cooler is gonna be talking about it. Everybody at school will talk about it. You know why your girl dead and everybody are talking, she are going like she having earbuds when she not listen nothing, but she just no want trying to see him focused, because she can't say I was there. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen. Folks, I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all so much, man. Much love. And big up the rest of the cast and director and production and everybody. Much love.
Blessings.
One love. Ladies and gentlemen, Sounds From Yaad. Little more. Oh, it's amazing.
Family.
Listen to me, y'all need to go check this out, man.
Merry Christmas.
I hear the jingle bells, smell the pumpkin spice. It's my favorite time of the year. Hear the carols play. Everybody's nice. My heart is filled with cheer. There's joy in the world.
Hey, Claudette.
What makes it special each and every year is she's here with me.
Juliet, what's up?
How could it be?
Happy holidays. Merry Christmas.
At Christmas, the whole world can feel it's Christmas, all that I need.
Oh, Dean, that's the thing set the legendary.
It's just you and me. This Christmas, a single dad. I'm a single dad. You see my baby girl, my baby, was so far away. So far away. We made it through by phone call. We made it every single day. Every single day. See, now I'm happy, yeah. She's on a flight. She's on her way. There she is. She's running over to me with her arms wide open and a smile on her face. How could it be? It's Christmas. The whole world can feel it's Christmas, all that I need. It's Christmas, it's just you and me. This Christmas.
Gotta get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all so much for the love. I appreciate you, man. This one's gonna be up on Spotify. I'm see if I can get it up there ASAP, alright? iHeart, all that stuff. Apple Music, whatever, wherever, whenever, however. We got you.
The stocking stuff, the cards all open.
Some more people that listen to podcasts, you'll be able to check this one out real soon, alright?
The tree.
Go get your tickets, though. Songs from Yaad.
What makes it special each and every year is
Woo, I'm excited.
you with me. How could it be? How could it be? Christmas, the whole world can feel it's Christmas, all that I need. And Christmas is just you and me. This Christmas, how could it be?
Again, thank y'all so much for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen.
And there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has indeed been a pleasure. If you haven't yet subscribed to the podcast, remember, Homegrown with G. Cole is available on iTunes, Spotify, TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play, iHeartRadio, Radio.com, YouTube, wherever you listen to your podcast, we are there. We listen to some great music. We talk to some great people. And there you have it. Thank you so much for tuning in. It has indeed been a pleasure. Please be sure to subscribe to the podcast, Homegrown with G. Cole, available now on iTunes, Stitcher, Google Play, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, and all your podcast platforms. Also, please check out the website, homegrownwithgcole.com, for all things homegrown. Remember, be safe, be kind, and be good to each other. My name is G. Cole, and this is Homegrown.
Nakikinika sa música, Homegrown with G. Cole.
Estás escuchando Homegrown con G. Cole.
您现在正在收听的是 Homegrown with G. Cole.
You're listening to Homegrown with G. Cole.
Remember, all the music played here on the podcast Homegrown with G. Cole is available on iTunes, Spotify, and all your digital retailers. Please support the artists.